Hello, kids, and welcome back to Life in the Woods. Why is there an Enderman down there? You may notice I have not switched back to Angelica and tried out other shaders, and I very, 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 very much apologize for that. I really should have done it, but I didn't, because, it turns out the ramen that I made yesterday was a lot harder and more time-consuming to make than expected, but it was such a good meal. Like, oh my god. The gyoza that I had bought were also very, very good, I have to say. Not as good as the ones at our beloved ramen bar in London, but pretty good. Even though they like super easily started like getting burned on the pan and like sticking to it, it was quite a struggle. I don't know why we are glitching so much. Next episode will be better, I promise. But one thing that the boyfriend said is, like, first of all, incredible meal. We both agreed on that. We'll definitely be making that again. And I also, like, didn't 100% follow the recipe. I added some things to the recipe. Didn't mention, you know, I added like a little bit of broccoli, and then the recipe wanted shiitake mushrooms, but my local grocery store doesn't have those, so I went with basic champignons, and is it even champignons in English? I don't know. And another thing is it mentioned using nori paper, if that's how you pronounce it in English, I don't know. Which I didn't find at the store, yes, but it was like €7! And like the recipe was like to cut it into small pieces, boil it in the soup for 30 minutes, and then you put it through a catch the bits, but keep the liquid kitchen object, you know, a good old zip. And yeah, I would have probably added a lot of taste, but I didn't want to spend that much money. Let me just Google what a zip is in English. Sieve! It's a sieve! Oh, a strainer! Ah, okay, there we go, a strainer. But according to the boyfriend, the soup was like basically tasting the exact same as the one that we had while on vacation. So I'm very, very proud of that fact. And yeah, I don't know, it was a very nice meal, but afterwards I was kind of exhausted. And I don't know, within the blink of an eye, the evening went by, and I didn't even get around to doing so many other things I had wanted to do. So yeah, here we are, a little later than I had intended to be. I was so tired, I couldn't fall asleep. I don't know what's going on with my insomnia again. It is so weird. You know, I have to say, I'm almost getting used to the individual glass panes. Still a bit strange, but not too weird. I don't think I like this a lot, to be honest. I think we'll change a lot about this, but I think for now we can sort of keep it and just see where things take us, you know? Oh, we do still have quartz stairs, that's cool. I think I want to do that then. Alright, and let's get a rough draft going of the stairwell and the different apartments and whatnot. Should we maybe only have 2 apartments here, but actually give them space? Because I felt like, you know, at first I wanted to put 3 in here, but it's gonna be such tight squeeze again. And I want some of them to be able to have like a little office room or kids' bedroom. So I think we're only gonna go for 2 actually. Which does make this a little bit easier. Not super easy, because I would like for this part to be part of the first apartment still. Let's just, you know, for the sake of putting things together. This would be the cutoff line. How do we put a staircase in here and have the entrance to this apartment when we want this part to be part of this apartment? What if we remove this bit? Given that I wanted to add 2 balconies, but in that case we could... Professional Minecrafter, have never misplaced a block in my life. Sort of do this, I guess. And then... basically have the staircase. Sort of like this, maybe? I mean, I think I want a double ceiling. So let's just actually see if we are going to do a double ceiling. Yeah, this apartment is already not going to have a lot of space, actually. Well, if we're not going to fit 3 in here, that would be way too much. So this is where your door is. This is the level that I want. This would be your ceiling. And then this would be your upstairs neighbor's flooring. What if, you know, you go up, you go up. You stay on this level. You go up. You stay on this level. You go up. You have arrived. And then we could have... I don't think I want yet another floor here, honestly. I think that would be way too massive. I mean, the resort is already very massive. I think it might just be this then. Oh god, the people are gonna be able to stare into the bathroom! Okay, no windows directly here. Okay, got it. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm currently not feeling well about it. That much I can say. What am I doing? So... I mean, we'll always need these, so having a few too many is completely fine with me. Swear I know how to play this game. And... oops. That. Okay. One door here, I guess. How do we, like, fully separate the apartments, you know? That is the wrong backpack. That was the wrong bag. Oh my goodness. I was like, no, that's the blue one. That is the right one. Oh, we still had stairs. Okay. Oopsie. And... I wanna do that. Slabs just always make more sense to me in these situations rather than full blocks. I don't know. Full blocks are for like the solid floor, not like a little stair breathing space, or whatever you want to call it. Nope, the building is just blocking all the light. Okay. Alright then. Keep the sunlight, I guess. Not like I had any plans for that. Actually, what if... No, never mind. We're not gonna... What we could do, actually, for real, is just, you know, use this extra space here, genuinely. And go for the full blocks and give them a bit of a wider space inside, you know? I think that could be nice. We might fully rework all the blocks that we're using right now. Just saying, you know? I'm glad we are able to keep the painting packs. I was really worried that that would have been the issue, even though, you know, struggling between all those other things now. There's of course still the chance that we could try out Optifine again, you know, maybe like an older version or something. But I don't know. I really don't know. It's complicated, okay? Yeah, and then we'd have one... No, actually, the door would be here. And the door would be there. And then we block this off already. Question is... who's gonna get this little block here? Should we maybe just go for a wider hallway? The thing is, in that case, I would really like to add a window in here, and I don't want the window looking into the people's bathroom. Okay, let's just try this, I guess. Adding a few too many blocks here right now, but I guess we can afford it. So we could do that, and then that. Oh. Actually, we needed this for a wall. Ah! I mean, maybe we can keep this sort of for, like, this apartment, possibly. I felt like I had really big brained here. Turns out I small brained. Oops. There we go. And then we have the entrance like right here. And maybe we have them on the same sides of each other. And yeah, then we do that. We do that. We can already add in the little doorway passage thing, sort of. What I kind of would maybe want to do is use this space down here as like actually underneath storage, you know, we could have like an inbuilt bookshelf here or something. Here we do need a wall. Actually, let's wall off everything that needs to be walled off, and then we can decide. Yeah, if it's like this. We could have a little under the stairs area here, I guess. That might almost be a little selling point of this apartment. And this is just not looking good. We could have this, you know, smaller area here, of course, but yeah, we can add bookshelves or something here. This is going to be so bulky. I feel like we need to add more quartz into the whole thing. here. We could just go for a window for now, I guess. And that's where you have your ceiling. This is where your floor is. And this is where the balcony actually would be. So this might already get a different style anyway. In this case, you could maybe work with marble. Or didn't we also have the option to... no, that was recipe. I want to use this. Only these ones. That's sad. But maybe the basic vanilla chiseled quartz could be a decent flooring in this case. Because I was trying to look like how we could make a window look, you know? Can do the same thing over here already. It's gonna be your ceiling. And basically I currently want to use the unused space of the hallway for the upstairs planning. That is my focus point right now, and I'm very much struggling. Not obvious. Eh? For a second it looked like we had dropped oak logs, and now it's like, how the frick did we change their type? Okay, so... yeah! This is what the floor would currently look like. But given... I would like the stairs actually again. Normal ceiling height is right here. Nope, we do this. We need a lot of light in here. Like a lot. Then do that. Ooh, what happened here? Nice. Is this... no, this is not head bonking level. That's good, that's good, that's good. So that leaves this space now free for the other apartments. And oh, that's actually pretty damn high. Why do I have to like double ceiling so much? Okay, yeah, and yeah, I guess this is... I think I do want to change this. But then it's gonna look even weirder. Because now we already committed to having the stairs here instead of symmetrical. Well, okay, we just have a funky architect doing his thing here, I guess. Not me not really paying attention. No, not that one. That doesn't happen. I know I'm holding a torch. That is such a dangerous object. Stop flickering. No, it's not the end of the world. At least I hope so. You're never sure when you look at the news these days. But let's not bring negative energy in here. We will need more quartz. That is 100% a thing. There is no way around it. Maybe possibly also dark oak logs to add in a little bit of a different block type into this. I do want to take one screenshot of this mess. Okay, there we go. Maybe I'm going to completely tear apart that thing, by the way, in the end, and we're gonna just put something out there, something small. Something that doesn't take up as much space. I really don't like that we have these weird shadows now over these things. I very much need to work on or shader and mod and whatnot settings, and I need to set up. Because I'm on the floor somehow. Basically, almost. Okay, we have a little bit of, you know, the unblocked quartz in here. Might be enough for the build. Might. Probably not, but depending on how much we'd use. Yeah, I don't know, really. I feel like that's not fully enough, to be honest. Why is building so hard, really? I want stuff to look nice. And it's possible. That is kind of impossible. We will definitely need more dark oak though, so, you know, I think we're just gonna farm a tiny bit of that. Given that right now we're still in like a... Kiwi's not happy with the performance anyway, so let's not do anything too serious. And put that back. Oh, we can already sleep. Crazy. Oh, my leg hurts. I'm old. Alrighty. We were up here before. Kind of want to go back to our previous spot because it was nice. I now feel familiar for this. Versus down there, I'm just worried that we'd be accidentally getting the... What's the word? Apple trees. Apple trees. Even though they're not supposed to still be there, technically. I have gotten a little attached to them. And did we mine up? No, we didn't mine up on the wrong thing. This tree is just a little funky. It's okay. We don't judge. Would like the saplings back though. Wonderful. You already made one profit. Which makes me very happy with the dark oak ones because I really like using them as decor in the vanilla plant pots. Okay. Also, I have 3 mosquito bites, which is really fun. I think they're the first ones of the year. And I'm suffering. 2 are on the back of my left elbow. And one is like directly on, you know, where your elbow bend is. The other one is in like the back of my... I forgot something, didn't I? The back of my thigh, also on my left side. So I think I shouldn't have sweated and stuck my body out of the blanket, question mark? I don't know. It's annoying. I didn't see any mosquitoes. I didn't hear any. Hey, it's annoying. I did already use the mosquito bite burner earlier, but it's like starting to wear off, I think, because it's kind of itching again. Or maybe I scrapped against it as I was sitting up, because it's currently the one on my thigh. Why am I forgetting this? I'm not that old. Leave that one. I mean, we already have a decent amount, unless we do implement logs into the build. I think we should be fine if we just need planks. Especially given that the ceiling we might work with white wool and clay again, or another similar bright looking block. Not quartz. Definitely not quartz. The struggles. But yeah, I'm still very happy that this is indeed kind of working. Just, you know, at home it's not working very stable. we want stable performance, we might have to say goodbye to our shader. I didn't find, like, at a quick glance I didn't find anything that looked like the Sildur's shader. Like how their shaders have their own style instead of just copying each other. Unimaginable SMH. So that was a little, I'll do it later, and then later never really came. Oopsie. So yeah, we might switch shaders, we might try Optifine again. That is something that Razer did suggest when I was like, yo, my game's still kind of like very, very laggy. Do you know why? And, yeah, I would prefer not crashing, but I would also like at least okay performance at our house, just because we have some stuff here. You know, that doesn't mean I want things to just break. Like, what are things gonna feel like if we start building the mass builds and we're gonna have stuff all over the place? Which could include some shelves too, yes. So, Also, I apologize if you hear the fan in the background. I just noticed it's being a bit, I don't know, a bit loud again. Trying to fall apart somehow, I guess. Oh, I remember something. When we came back from traveling, we realized we still had some bundled jute left, actually. So let's throw all of this into the water. So we have more burlap, so that when we need to make some books for the possible new apartments, unless I tear everything down again, that we have books for bookshelves. Can you? Thank you. It's a little laggy. I don't like it. Alright. And place another layer because these ones are getting water from on top of them. Perfect. Don't know if that's how we usually place them, but it works. Ah, look at the nice low frame rate! Woo! I hate it. Like, I love not crashing, but I wish I would someone... I wish it would be someone who could just, you know, live with the change of a shader, or, you know, is more willing to try out new things, instead of being like, hey, I've had this for a decade, I don't really want to change it. Literally, that would be my very, very, very last resort in a way, because it's not gonna end up looking like this. Yeah, I could show again, because maybe now it's gonna do it. Or maybe that was only when I was on Angelica. Here, you can see some of the grass is kinda dark, even when there's like a torch directly nearby. And I find that really, really confusing. On top of that, this all does look a little blurry to me. And no matter how much I like went into the settings and tried googling and whatnot, I didn't fully find anything that was like, don't make it look so foggy, blurry, or as if you just wiped off rain off a glass pane. You know what I mean? Does anyone see what I'm trying to talk about here? Because that is what it looks like for me. And we still have glitches. So I'd rather, you know, stick with it. But I will edit this, I will schedule this, and then I'll do some testing. So that for tomorrow's recording session, we might have a little bit of a better performance, but with certain sacrifices, possibly. I don't know. I really don't know. I will also make another backup, of course. Feel a bit bad for having switched so much between the mods already, and now doing it again at least once to see if there might have been some settings in Angelica that I haven't touched, just because they didn't seem shader shadow related, that also weren't mentioned in any forums and on Reddit posts and whatnot. you know, maybe it's just gonna be like, yeah, I'm hacking now, like, something completely unrelated. That's the point I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's all kind of frustrating, but gonna have nice food today. Gonna do some socializing, which a little scary, but the boyfriend does have another thing planned tomorrow, so he's gonna be out and about a little bit, and that means I can record a bit more. I will log out down here so I can do easy tests with the shadows there in the back of the shelf and the cookie jar. Thank you guys very, very much for watching. Stay hydrated, stay happy, go get some good food, get enough sleep, please, and may the mosquitoes not bother you. And yeah, goodbye!